This is who we are. We are a team, talented, energetic, astonishing mindsets. We can do anything and everything. We talk, we care, we respect each other, we see beauty in everything. We are connected by hearts and driven by values. We celebrate each other. We provide value to each other. We take ownership in everything we do. We have freedom to make mistakes. We learn as we go. We are mad to make a difference. We love disruptive ideas. We make impossible things possible. We are strong to question the creation. We believe in dreaming big. If we do not dare to dream big, are we really living? Why be ordinary when we can be extraordinary? We should be driven by our goals, not by egos. We can do it. We will do it. Let us not hope for the best. Let us be the best. This is who we are. So, what we are trying to do is, the Karthik was couldn't come because he has a meditation session, and so he is doing some self projects himself in artificial intelligence. So he said he's going to contact Chandan and Divya and start projects with them. So Chandan, did you contact
Yeah.
Karthik?
Yes, sir. Karthik said, yeah, we will be involving soon in a project, and you better, and you also have conversation with Ravi sir for better clarity. He said like that, sir. And
Okay.
Karthik said that we are very interested to involve in this in our project. We'll make that happen. Uh, he said, yes, sir.
Okay.
And,
Perfect. Yeah, he sent me a message today saying he's going to involve both of you, Chandan and Divya, into the projects. So, he's doing projects himself, self projects, right? So he said he's doing projects which are not from. So he's working for TCS and doing projects himself. And so creating our own projects is really, 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 really opens up a lot of things for us. We always think like someone has to give the project. Some teacher has to give a project, faculty member has to give a project, or a company has to give a project, right? But why can't you create your own project? So Praneeth called me. Praneeth texted me one day about 4 days ago, and he said, "Sir, we need to do. There are so much information for a student. I mean, for everyone. You have a Facebook account, you have an Instagram account, you have Twitter account. You have many of these, right? So when you exchange contact information, you are only exchanging phone number and email address. You're not exchanging any more else." So he said, "Sir, we need to make some way to do this." And then I said, Sai has already developed an app called Fast Swap, where all that information can be swapped with a user ID. Just with an user ID. It could be, suppose Sai, you joined, you downloaded the app Fast Swap, and then Chandan writes all his information saying, Chandan Manasani, Instagram account, Twitter account, all of that information. And he creates a user ID called C Mansani. Okay. So now he just has to Tharun can download Fast Swap, and then he says, you know what? I'm going to look for C Mansani. And when he looks for C Mansani, all the information will be there, and he can download Facebook, Twitter, everything. So what Praneeth had in his mind, hey, this is a problem we need to solve. Sai also had the same problem. And instead of waiting for someone else to solve the problem, he created an app which was going to solve the problem. So let me read the invocation. Did you understand what I said? Chandan, did you understand?
Yes, sir. uh, for a person, if for example Dhanush, you can take an example. uh, I only know Dhanush WhatsApp account. For example, if I want to know the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the accounts details, in we need to have some other platform where I can find all his details regarding all his social media accounts. This way it could be easy for one, uh, uh, what is it, to find all his data at
Right.
single place.
Single place. Yes. So, so this is what. So it's a self project, right? Because so I was like saying, Dad, we use Snapchat and we use Instagram a lot, and anytime he talks to his friend, he has to take their information. Snapchat information this callie, and he has to take Instagram information this callie, then he has to add them in. So uh, so he said, I'll just do it myself. So now you see what a project is, right? Self project. When you have a problem, the solution for the problem is your project. Sangeeta, did you understand what a self project is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you say it in your own words what a self project is?
Yes, sir. అంటే మనకి
Go ahead,
ఇప్పుడు
Sangeeta.
ఏమైనా ఏదైనా వర్క్ చేసేటప్పుడు అందులో వచ్చిన ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ కానీ లేకపోతే అందులో వచ్చిన డౌట్స్ కానీ మనమే వాటిని రెక్టిఫై చేసుకోవడానికి ఏమైనా వర్క్ చేస్తే అదే సెల్ఫ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్.
Right. Exactly. Can anyone give a problem which they are facing? Go ahead, Nikhil.
Like before saying that problem I'm facing, sir, like I would like to give an example of one of our self undertaken project, like our Thop website. Like we had a problem. Like there are many people. Like in the initial days, we had a conversation with Michelle Maras ma'am. So while presenting that, ma'am asked for our book Easel Odyssey, and then we had to share our Instagram page, and in that we had to personally share that. And
Right.
also in the next meetings, what happened, we were having conversations with many different people globally, right? So
Right.
we had a problem like conveying them.
Right.
So if there is a platform which conveys our story or
Right.
what we do and everything,
Right.
it would have solved our problem, right? So
Yes.
then we started the journey of creating our own website.
Right.
And I just felt like this is something really important, like the problems what we come across, we sitting together and we solve it.
Exactly.
And there were like about when also
Before,
about the web pages. Yes.
okay, actually, you said something very good. So before you define a new problem, okay, what I want each one of here to see what is one problem we solved in eCell. Each one should say, we solved many, many problems in our eCell platform. Welcome, Sriram.
Good morning, all. Good morning.
So can anyone say, we'll start with Kranti. Can you think of a problem which eCell solved? Define the problem and the solution of the problem within eCell.
Yes, sir. No, మనందరికీ అంటే లైక్ we have to మన జిఆర్ఈ క్రాక్ చేయాలి, పిహెచ్డి చేయాలని అనుకుంటున్నాం సార్. సో టు బి
Okay.
అంటే లైక్ ఇక్కడ నేను చూస్తున్నాను కదా సార్, ఇది కామన్ గా మాకైతే ఇట్స్ ఏ బిగ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అంటే జిఆర్ఈ క్రాక్ చేయడం, పిహెచ్లో సీట్ తెచ్చుకోవడం.
Right.
బట్ ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ని మనం సండే జామ్ కాల్స్ పెట్టుకుని జిఆర్ఈ వర్డ్స్ నేర్చుకుంటూ ఇంకా మన టీం వాళ్ళతో డిస్కస్ చేస్తూ వీఆర్ మేకింగ్ దట్
Exactly.
ఇంటూ ఈజీ. అంటే
Yes.
మనం ప్రిపేర్ అవుతూ నేర్చుకుంటున్నాం.
Well said, Kranti. So you see, there was a problem, which was GRE, how to crack GRE, and now you have a solution for it. You created that solution yourself. This is a solution that was created. Okay. Let's see. Shall I call? Do you want me to call people's names, or you're going to, lift your hands? Okay, Chandan, go ahead. After Chandan, I hope people will start raising hands.
Sure, sir. I'll definitely. అంటే I wrote 5 now. After someone speaks, I'll do all of them.
No,
First,
just say one.
yeah, okay. We used to celebrate birthdays, sir. అంటే మంత్లీ మనకు 10 birthdays ఉన్నాయనుకో 10 days వేస్ట్ అయ్యేది. సో వాట్ వీ థాట్ ఈస్ celebrating 10 birthdays in one day. This is a problem we solved, one thing.
Yes, the monthly celebrations.
Monthly celebrations.
Yes. So very well said. Okay, see, another problem. You see how we did it. Okay, is anyone going to raise their hand, or shall I have to call people? Okay, looks like I have to call. Swapna, nice. Tell me.
సార్ లైక్ నాకు కమ్యూనికేషన్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉంది కాబట్టి ఐ హ్యావ్ టు అటెండ్ ఇంగ్లీష్ లెర్నింగ్ క్లాసెస్. ఇట్ ఈస్ ద సొల్యూషన్ ఫర్ ద ప్రాబ్లం.
Perfect. There are other solutions too. Swapna, what are the other solutions? There are more than one solution for that problem we are doing.
I mean, talking with others, communicating.
Can you say more? Like, what do you mean by talking with others? What exactly are we doing in the eSelf, which is helping you with your communication skills?
Like I am writing write-ups, no sir. It is
Right.
helping me.
Yes.
And while Thop talks and talking with other that's like not our Thop members, like other than like speakers, while
Yes.
talking with others, I'm improving somewhat um, comparing to before.
Yes, and you are also hosting, Swapna,
Yes sir.
and you're doing poetry also now. You're doing your own podcast.
Yes sir.
So all of those things are doing it, right?
Yes sir.
Yes. Okay. Swapna, thank you. Let's go with Sangeeta. Then I'll come back to you, Kranti.
Sir, people are having hidden talents, but to show them, for them there is no platform. We created it here in the form of soap disruption, or like in the form of videos. Yes, sir. And one more thing is, many people are having obsessions on some things where they are not willing to say or express them, but we created here a platform in the form of top obsession calls.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Good. Thank you, Sangeeta. Kranti, go ahead.
Yes, sir. We usually have many and network connections, like connecting with many people is our అంటే ఫేమస్ పర్సనాలిటీస్ లైక్ ఇప్పుడు మన గ్రూప్ లోనే చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు కదా సార్, సార్స్ అయినా మ్యామ్స్ అయినా. వాళ్ళతో కనెక్ట్ అవ్వడం అనేది నిజానికి ఇట్స్ ఎ బిగ్ ప్రాబ్లం, బట్ సొల్యూషన్ త్రూ మెంటర్ తో ఇట్లా ఒక స్టార్ట్ చేసి కనెక్టెడ్ విత్ మెనీ అండ్ అవర్ త్రూ అవర్ presentations we are connecting to many through gratitude mindset we are connected to many. Gratitude think our so create solution for
Right.
net building and coaches connect any like famous.
Yeah. Thank you, Kranti. Let other people tell. No more than one చెప్తున్నావు. Okay. Let other people tell. But good. Okay. So let Tharun, do you want to say one? We have done many. So you should be able to tell one more, Tarun.
స్టార్టింగ్ అంటే మోటివేట్ కావాలంటే రెగ్యులర్గా మనకి మోటివేషన్ స్పీచెస్ వినాలి అది ఇది అని చెప్పారు. కానీ అదంతా మనకి ఇప్పుడు అవసరం లేదు. అంటే ఎప్పటికప్పుడు మోటివేట్ కావాలంటే జస్ట్ టచ్ విత్ తోపీ సార్ అండ్ అటెండ్ ఆల్ టాక్స్ అండ్ తోప్ అబ్సెషన్స్ కాల్స్. And that's how we increase our connections, and that's how we motivate. Regular motivation is our Toby sir.
Yes.
It
Yes.
is a solution for regular motivation.
Yes, exactly. So,
Yes, sir.
because, like you said, you have to keep yourself motivated every day. You have to talk to yourself. What are my goals? What do I want to create today? And so we have a solution. We have our Thop obsession talks and Thop talks and everything. Well done. Well done. Divya?
Yes, sir. Before I joined this, I was not at all good at anything, but I used to complicate the small things, but now I can speak and I can express right now through this platform.
Exactly. Well said. Chandan, go ahead. Or is it Dhanush?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Dhanush. Good morning to all and good evening, Song, sir. Yeah, when initially I got to the ESL, just the expression, because the previous me is not the future me. That how everyone evolves in the ESL, and what especially the milestone I have seen in myself is with the self learning we can do anything. Something like initially our website is only meant for providing the it is only compacted, and the opportunities are less to do it in our own and customized way for our website. Then after we solve it through our self learning, and then it opened to the space for many people. Almost everyone who joins ESL will be having their own web page, and that is the huge opportunity we created to keep in their resumes and to let them have a web page to express their ideas and their accomplishments to everyone. That is the accomplishment we create.
Yes. Well said. Sriram, do you want to say anything? Do you know of what are the what one problem we solved within ESL?
You're just asking if I'm aware of some problem that you solved?
Yes. All these kids are talking about what is the problem and what is the solution, which each one is saying, okay, this was the communication problem. So they have doing hosting, this English learning classes and all of that.
I think in general, my observation is that many of them, not all of them, many of them were kind of in a shell, and
Right.
perhaps they were not used to expressing themselves, or they didn't have the confidence fully perhaps in expressing themselves and in being able to interact with everybody of different personalities, different age groups, seniors, and so on. And it seems like this platform has made them come out of the shell, at least in part, in some cases very fully maybe. And
Yes.
so that solution was to take the first step in joining eCell or ThopeCell. At least that first step they had to take. You
Right.
provided the opportunities, but they still had to enter.
They still had to
And
do
so
it.
the solution was in entering, stepping
Right.
into the door and availing the opportunity.
Yes. We had about we showed this idea, Sriram, to about 600 students till now, and only about 40 people joined. I mean, actually a lot of people joined, probably close to 250 to 300 joined, and everyone left, and we are left with about 40 to 50 people. 40 people, I would say. So you are right. These people stepped through the door and felt like this is the platform that's going to help them, and then they started using the platform to help themselves. So congratulations to all of you for using the platform to help yourself, because there are many platforms, but many of us don't see it, and even if we see it, we don't use it to help ourselves, but you guys are doing it. Okay, good. So now you can see this is how human life is always been this way. Suddenly someone says, I want to fly. and slowly that flying slowly takes into become an airplane. So this is what self projects are. So we, right now, so we are how can we create self projects which can be done by Python. So Python is a code, right? Is a software. So anything that is repetitive, you can code it. That's the simplest way to look at things. If you every day, every Monday, my phone, as soon as it becomes 12 o'clock or 12 o'clock, it immediately shows me a Google map to Sidhu's college, because that's when I drop him off. So I leave at 12 o'clock to drop him off. And my phone knows it because that's a pattern. That's every day I do it. So my phone knows it, and immediately it tells me, hey, this is the map. So it is learning. And if you notice, your phone also has, when you use a particular word all the time, it learns. Your phone learns that that word and shows that word almost immediately. Did you notice that?
Yes, sir.
Right. So I'm going to show you what machine learning is, because this is what we are trying to do. Kada? Machine learning, share. Okay, so machine learning is a method of data analysis that automates analytical model building. It is a branch of artificial intelligence based on the idea that systems can learn from data, identify patterns, and make decisions with minimal human intervention. So what is Google doing? Google Maps, it's collecting data. What am I doing every day? At what times? What days I'm doing what? And then it is identifying patterns. Oh, Shravan always goes to drop Sidhu off at college at 12 o'clock. It doesn't know I'm dropping Sidhu off, but it knows I'm going to that particular college. It probably knows that I'm dropping Sidhu off too, because it probably knows that I have two kids. So, and it probably knows that my one kid is in Canada and only one kid is here. Okay. So it looks at the data and it says, okay, there is a pattern here. Every Monday at 12 o'clock, he goes there. And it makes a decision saying, I'll give you directions to that place. And it gives me directions to that place. So this is machine learning. So now let us talk about a problem. Nikhil, do you want to tell a problem which you have seen around, which you would like it to be solved?
Yes, sir. Like when I was traveling in bus during my bachelor's, like I used to travel a lot, like for going to college and coming back. I used to identify. I wrote it down at a place like the bus. We don't know when the bus will come. We should wait for the bus for a long time. So I thought maybe like I have a basic idea for like an idea for this. Like maybe to identify that, maybe we need to have a system where we have a GPS connected things to the bus, so that we will know. And that is one idea what I got. The other idea is like, if the
Oh,
artist
one,
is not like.
1 second, Nikhil.
Yes.
So your problem is you would like to know where the bus is,
Hmm. Where
and
the
when
bus
is
is,
the
like
bus going to
whether
come?
it will come. Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, when the bus will come to your bus station, bus stop.
Hmm. Yes.
Okay, so that is your problem. Okay, good. And so now you're trying to talk about solutions. Okay,
Yes.
so under Kartaman the problem. Okay, so the problem is Nikhil is standing at a bus stop and he's like thinking, I need this bus number. Say whatever that number is. What is the bus number, Nikhil?
3 cases.
3K. So he's waiting for 3K. He does not know where 3K is. He does not know when that 3K is going to come. Okay. So, so Nikhil, go ahead. So what you are saying, one idea is having a GPS on 3K.
Yes. Not like more maybe GPS, or we can have like as everyone are using smartphone now. Maybe
Right.
driver, we can connect with the app for the driver.
Right. Yes.
That would be one solution. And also I had some other similar some thought
So
like.
one of the things which you're saying, which is a possibility, which probably will happen actually, it's a very simple solution, is as soon as the driver, gets into the um, bus, he starts an app, and in
Yes.
that app he checks his particular 3K bus, saying that it started. And
Yes.
now now through his phone, now when you connect to that app, you know where that
Where.
3K bus is.
Yes.
Right. That is a very easy way to do it. Yeah. So go ahead. Is there
And
anything else you want to say?
and the other thing is like if they are not willing to be part of, or do that idea, like if they think that it charges more or something like that. I had some similar idea, like maybe this might be complex, but I felt like it is a solution. Like we not just the bus travels on the road, right? We'll have different vehicles, right? So maybe we can have a system or something, a sensor kind of thing, which indicate if I am traveling, I am on a bike. If I see any bus going there, I will indicate something in that bus station with a suppose I have some button, I have some
Right. Right.
radiation button. So
Right.
if I click on that, it will indicate that there is some bus coming.
Right. See, first, Nikhil, that is actually part of our maps here in US. So
Hmm.
while I'm
Oh.
driving, if I notice a police there,
Hmm.
I can press a button saying, "Hey, police is here."
Oh,
Or if I notice an accident,
traffic. Okay.
it will say, I can put a saying, "Okay, I am noticing a accident on the left side here," and I'll press the location. So you can do that in the apps here. Another easy method is you can take all the bus route map untadi kada, when it's
Hmm.
supposed to start, when it is supposed to be at different spots, and then it just put it into the app.
Yes,
What do
sir.
you think
Actually,
is?
Google Maps has that information. Like if we have to travel from this place to this place, what bus number we need to take, and everything is available in Google Maps.
Oh, okay. So Google Map will tell you that a 3K bus is supposed to come there at a certain time.
I think it won't be able to say the timing, but it will be able to say that this bus number will take you through this route.
Okay.
Actually, when we stand at the place at a bus stop, it will show which bus is running at which place, but that is automated. Google is tracked that information that a bus moves according to the regular timely in the that is keep on moving. But if you
Yes.
see at the exact position, the bus won't be there. But the Google Map even show that the bus has already crossed that stop and it already went away. But coming to the reality, the bus won't be, and even it won't be coming also. And at a time, 3 or 4 buses will come. And according to Google Maps, it will take at least a 10 minutes gap for each bus for the same
Okay.
reason.
So now let us take that problem. Okay, that problem which you talked about, Miguel. So Chandan, what you do is, first thing is you create an architectural diagram. What you say is, okay, what are the steps involved? What kind of data I need? So you start putting all of that. So you take the problem, you break it down into the smallest step. Okay, you can even call it a process control diagram, you can call it a flow diagram, any of those things. It's pretty much the same, right? You basically say, if that is the problem, I need 3K bus, information of 3K bus. What kind of data is available for me for that 3K bus? And you start putting all of the data there. That's first. Then once the architectural diagram is there, now it helps you to code that. You put it into, you have now your Python, you code that. So you don't try to do the whole thing. Take small part first and code that. Go ahead, Sriram.
Yeah, just one
Yeah, please go ahead.
suggestion
I was
when
about to call you
we
anyway.
so just one suggestion whenever we think of solving any problem, first, before we try to put in our efforts to come up with a solution, we should find out if there is a solution already.
Yes.
So, for example, in the US, in many parts of Western Europe, this has already been solved. It's been at least 20 years old, where they have a digital display at the bus stop which shows the bus will be arriving in 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10
Yes.
minutes, whatever it is.
Yes.
So, of course, there is an extension that Nikhil has desired, which is to see it on their mobiles rather than just in their bus stations.
Yes.
So they could even be 5 minutes walk from their bus station, and they may be at home, and they want to know what time the bus will arrive, and they can plan to walk accordingly. That is okay, but the underlying technology is already there.
Yes.
So that way, it is useful to first find out what kind of technology solutions and socio-technology solutions are already there. Based on that, we can see if it will be suitable for our particular geography and community, and then we can take up whatever extra is needed, I guess.
Absolutely. Like I was giving you in the beginning, Praneeth was saying he wanted to get one place, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of the information he wanted. If he was going to say, okay, let me, do it. I mean, that would have been a good learning experience, but it's already there. The app is there. So he can look at it and say, oh, app is there. Maybe I can add a couple more fields to it. So you can call the developer of the app and say, hey, can you add a couple of fields to it? So now you solve that problem. But you can take a new problem, right? You can say, okay, this problem, the solution is already there. I don't need to solve it. And you can move on to the next problem. So that is a very, very important thing, is always try to check. And then when you break the problem into 10 parts, like the architectural diagram, maybe the solution for the first part, second part, third part is already there in the in Google. And there is like GitHub is there, right? So GitHub might already have it. So 1, 2, 3 steps might already be there. You might have to just change a couple of things. And only fourth one, you might have to, you might not find anything, fourth step. Then you might want to go and say, okay, there is very little information here. Why? How is it different? Is there anything for my fourth step? And if you find something for this fourth step, then you say, how do I extend it? So because of Google, because of the open source, that the way everyone shares information, it is really, really important that spend time searching and learn how to search. That is a very, very important quality you have to do. When I was doing customer service for Oracle, we have our own internal search engine. It was really bad. We used Google because it was better. Only thing is, Google did not show some of the, if we published something and we said publicly you can see it, Google was also picking it up. If we said keep it private, then only within our company we can see it. So what I always did was, I went into Google and did the search algorithms. And then within our company, I don't know, we actually had to create a document which showed how to search for our search engine. So someone wrote that document. And then what I always did was, I used to write down my search patterns and see how am I searching, to understand my way of thinking. And then if I see the solutions popping up in a certain way, then I say, okay, this is how it's popping. Maybe I should change my search patterns this way. So learn how to search is very, very important. Otherwise you will be spending a lot of time, you'll be wasting a lot of time. So learn that quality. Okay. So you understood how to break the problem into parts and search and go, and then divide the problem and then code. So if you have a step 1, try to make that step 1 as small as possible and then code that. Don't think that step 1 means you have to have only one piece of code. You can take step 1 and divide it into even micro steps. And there are always libraries are there. A library is like, suppose you want to convert centigrade to Fahrenheit. Don't need to write code for that. I'm sure there is a library for how to convert centigrade to Fahrenheit. So just pull that library in and that will take care of it. Okay. So this is self projects are, you see a problem which you would like it to be solved and then just solve it. Any thoughts? Anyone want to have a questions, comments? Go ahead, Chandan or Dhanush, one of you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and even when I am learning the web development also, I use the same. Something like searching is yes, every one. What is the problem we are solving? That somewhere or somewhere else in the world will already be someone searching. Already searched and already searched. But we want to know how to search in the Google, where every day there adds trillions of data.
Yes.
And that is the major problem that I face when learning.
Yes.
In the learning.
Yes.
And yeah, one more idea when we can do Python is, yeah, actually yesterday we were in a minimum home, right? So I mean the new idea when we are thinking of the wedding and how to plan the things. Yeah, just we discussing about whether we can solve it with the Python or not. But there should be very in this digitalized world, especially in India, still we will do the things very traditionally, like calling the bus or making the things available, calling to each one and going someone checking with that and allocating some special person to travel. And so if we can available the, I mean the mobile numbers of each person from who are attending and who will come from which place, and allocating one of our friends to take care of that. An
Right.
app or a thing should be such that at this time these persons are coming from this place, and notification will be sending to the main person whose wedding is, and notification to the one person who is allocated to take care of them, and notification to the persons who are coming to which station. I mean, suppose head of the
Right.
family which should have all the time at which time who is arriving and at what place,
Yes.
and that is the major problem. So సంథింగ్ లైక్ ఇప్పుడు నైన్ తీసుకున్న 9 AM తీసుకుంటే 9 AM కి ఇంటి దగ్గర ఈ పని జరిగిపోవాలి, అది ఈ పర్సన్కి చెప్పాలి. ఎగ్జాక్ట్ 9 AM కి నేను ఒక పర్సన్ని రైల్వే స్టేషన్కి పంపించి వాళ్ళని రిసీవ్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో దెర్ షుడ్ బి అన్ యాప్ which sending the notification to Meena ma'am, or I mean head of the family, to the person who should go to there, and persons who are coming they should get
Yes.
this person who is receiving them. సో అట్లా ఒక ఐ మీన్ ఒక బ్రాంచ్ నెట్వర్క్ లాంటిది అందరికి ఒకే టైంలో నోటిఫికేషన్ ఆర్ కాల్, అండ్ ఇది ఎస్పెషల్ ఇండియాలో ఎవ్రీథింగ్ విల్ బి రన్ ఆన్ ద కాల్.
Can't you do it through Google Calendar?
గూగుల్ క్యాలెండర్ నుండి కాల్స్ చేస్తారు.
కాల్ ఎందుకు, మెసేజ్ పోతుంది కదా.
I mean something like every person adding the mail IDs you require.
యా, వాళ్ళ మెయిల్ ఐడీస్ చేయొచ్చు. అది ఫోన్ కూడా ఫోన్ నెంబర్స్ కూడా యాడ్ చేయొచ్చు అనుకుంటా. ఎందుకంటే ఫోన్ నెంబర్స్ కూడా యూ కెన్ సెండ్ టెక్స్ట్ మెసేజెస్.
I mean it will send the same notification to everyone కదా.
డిపెండింగ్ అపాన్ హూ యూ వాంట్ సెండ్ ఇట్. ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ 9 o'clock ఉందనుకో, ఆ 9 o'clock యూ క్రియేట్ ఈవెంట్ కదా గూగుల్ క్యాలెండర్లో. ఆ ఈవెంట్కి నువ్వు ఆ పర్టికులర్ పీపుల్కే ఐడీసే యాడ్ చేస్తావు దానికి. సో మళ్ళీ 8:30 ఇంకొకటి ఉందనుకో, దానికి సెపరేట్ ఈవెంట్ ఉంటుంది, సెపరేట్ పీపుల్ ఉంటారు.
What I mean is it should be like an alarm.
Yeah. So anyway, it was just an idea we are thinking, but I'm sure there are ways to do it, and I think you should. When Sai was in India, he wanted to watch Spider-Man. అదేమైపోయిందంటే he was waiting, and then అది కొత్త అదే రోజు రిలీజ్ అయింది. So he by the time he goes to the website to book the tickets, they are getting filled up. Still చేసుకున్నాను అనుకో, టికెట్స్ ఓపెన్ అవుతాయి కదా, హీఈస్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు ఫైండ్ దెమ్. ఎప్పుడు పోయి ప్రతి 10 నిమిషాలకి చెక్ చేసుకోవాల్సి వస్తుంది. సో he said finally he designed a system by which as soon as a tickets open, he wanted 4 tickets. As soon as he got 4 tickets open, it sent him a message saying there are 4 tickets on this day on this time on it, and immediately went into the website and was able to book the tickets or not. Do you see how he was able to do that? So go ahead, Swapna. You wanted to say something. Go ahead, Swapna. Swapna, you can talk. Okay.
Hear me now? Hello?
Yeah, you're very low. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. Actually, in our NCC classes, like we have 2 types of classes. Like first, 7:45 to 10:30 and drill, and after that we have theory classes. So we just discuss about social service in that one of our lecture said that few major problems which people are facing in our country. So he said that first there are many and like cleanless areas no sir, చాలా డస్ట్ చాలా మన సరౌండింగ్స్ మొత్తంలో
Dirty areas. Yeah.
చాలా క్లీన్లెస్ గా ఉంటాయి కదా, సో దాని వల్లనే
Yeah.
స్వచ్ఛ భారత్ అనేది స్టార్ట్ అయ్యింది అని. సో
Right.
వి నీడ్ టు క్లీన్ అవర్ సరౌండింగ్స్. మనకు చాలా ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఉంటాయి, మనం క్లీన్ చేయాలి. అండ్ స్టాచ్యూస్ అలాగా మన సరౌండింగ్స్ కూడా క్లీన్ చేయాలి అని సార్ చెప్పారు. సో ఐ థాట్
Right.
దట్ మనం ఇప్పుడు క్లీన్ చేస్తే లైక్ వి షుడ్ క్లీన్ ఎవ్రీ వీక్ అండ్ మనమే క్లీన్ చేయాలి. అదే ఒకవేళ మనం
Right.
మన సరౌండింగ్స్ లో ఉన్న పీపుల్ మైండ్ సెట్స్ ని క్లీన్ చేస్తే వాళ్ళు అసలు డస్ట్ అనేది త్రో చేయరు కదా సార్.
Right.
దట్ లైక్ ఇఫ్ మనం సరౌండింగ్స్ ని క్లీన్ చేసే ముందు మన సరౌండింగ్స్ లో ఉన్న పీపుల్ మైండ్ సెట్స్ ని చేంజ్ చేస్తే లైక్ ఇంప్రూవ్మెంట్ అనేది ఉంటుంది అని నా థాట్స్.
Right. Fantastic. So can you put together a diagram, steps on what to be done, how to be done?
Yes sir.
Okay. So start, when you have time, do that. It will help you. Okay.
Okay.
So ఇప్పుడు మీకు అర్థమైంది కదా how to take a okay look at the things in the chat box. What do I want? A thought in my mind. Okay. Second, document what I want. Words, diagrams. Make clear and specific. So then exhaustive in documenting, writing all small details. Gemba, understanding field conditions. అక్కడ ఎట్లుంది, వాన వస్తుందా లేకపోతే హార్డ్గా ఉంటుందా సాయిల్ ఆర్ ఎనీథింగ్. Translate what I want into technical specifications. Define scope and features of the product design. Identify technical knowledge and resources required. Develop, fabricate the product solution. Validate under varying usage conditions. Very nice, Sriram. Thank you very much. That really helps. Once you start doing it, it looks a lot. But once you do few projects, like think about how Sai was able to take a problem of tickets to go and watch Spider-Man movie and convert that. I would never have been able to do it. I would never mundule malli poi check chestan anukutane kani I would never think like, oh, why going and checking the website is painful every 10 minutes. So he's not even doing that. He just said, okay, I'll just let my app tell me. So he wrote a Python code to make that happen. Okay. So now you understand, right, everyone? Any questions? We will, we have about only 10 minutes, but we can end early. Did this help to create a self project? Yes, no, maybe? Okay, Swapna said yes. Okay, click on the raise hand button to say that you have at least an idea. Okay, good. Okay, so what I want you to do is, anytime you have a problem, start documenting that problem. Okay, and slowly, maybe we'll take one of those problems and you can say, hey, this problem I really want to solve. And we can, put together a group to solve that problem, or you can start solving the problem and everyone else will help you out. Okay. So great, everyone. Have a fantastic day. We will end the call 10 minutes early, until you have questions. Okay. Looks like no questions. We will end. Chandan and Dhanush, if you want to discuss that particular problem, We can discuss it again some other time. You can discuss with other people. You can put, like Sriram has told you, start writing all of that. And you'll see there will be, for that particular problem which you're talking, probably there is an app which you can download. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye all. Thank you.